Monkey time.
The sun was setting over Luna Bay. School was over for another day. The bell rang loudly and the children stood to return to their homes in the neighborhood. But there was Pepe still at his desk. He didn't rush out like the rest. Instead, he sat there and continued to read the book he was reading at such a fast speed. "Hey there, Pepe," Mr. Soul said. "Keep reading that fast and you'll get a sore head. School is over for the day. Don't you want to go and play?" Pepe looked up and said with a smile, "I'll be finished, Mr. Soul, in a little while. This book is so cool. It tells tales of the sea. It reminds me of Ma, Pa Paco, and me." "Okay, Pepe, don't stay too late. They will soon close the school and also the gate. I will see you tomorrow at 8 on the dot, before the sun becomes too hot." Mr. Soul left, leaving Pepe to read. He continued the chapter at a lightning speed. 10 minutes later, Pepe was done. He packed up his bag and ran into the sun. Outside, the sky was no longer blue. Instead, it had turned into a golden hue. Pepe looked at the sky and sang with a smile, "I think I'll stay out a little while." He took a path he never tried before, which led him to another shore. Pepe raced to the water, loving the view. He was happy to try something new. But then out of nowhere, something caught his eye. A small boy with a sack was walking by. Pepe stopped in his tracks and hid behind a tree. The boy couldn't see him as far as he could see. Pepe saw the boy put his sack on the ground and began picking up some shells that he found. Pepe let out a silent gasp. Those shells were his turtle friends. He had to act fast. Pepe moved closer. His heart began to race. Nana Joe said that these humans weren't safe. And now this boy had proved her right. Pepe began to shout with all his might, "Hey, you there! Go back home! Why don't you leave us all alone?" The startled boy let the shells all drop, and Pepe marched forward until he stopped. He tripped and tumbled on a furry rock. It gave him such a big shock. Pepe fell on his back, his shell firmly on the sand. He wiggled and wobbled, but still couldn't stand. He slid, he squirmed, but to no avail. The more he moved, the more he failed. As he tried his best to flip back around, Pepe suddenly heard a strange sound. It was some footsteps drawing near, coming closer and closer. It filled him with fear. Pepe began to go into his shell. The boy was closer, he could tell. He pulled inside his shell so tight, hoping the boy would leave his sight. But to his surprise, he heard a soft sound. The boy was next to him, kneeling down. All of a sudden, Pepe heard him say, "Can I help you up? Would that be okay?" Pepe peeked up with a nervous glance. Maybe he should give the boy a chance. After all, his smile was so wide, but still Pepe felt the need to hide. "Please don't hurt me," Pepe told his foe. "I know you humans don't like us so. Nana Joe said we should stay far away from all you humans. It's better that way." The boy knelt down and shook his head. "I'd never harm anyone," he softly said. "But why did you yell at me so loudly that way? I only came here wanting to play." "I saw you taking my friends from the shore. They're happy where they are. Need I say more?" "These," said the boy, holding shells in his hand. "I thought they were treasures washed up on the sand." Pepe looked down and his face turned red. "I've made a big mistake. Can you forgive me?" he said. Boy smiled wide. "Of course I can. I'll turn you around and then I'll leave your land." With gentle care, the boy helped Pepe to stand, then backed away just as he planned. The boy began to slowly walk away in the other direction from Luna Bay. "Wait," said Pepe. "I forgot to say, thanks for your help. You saved my day. You dropped your shells because of me. I'll help you find more by the sea." The boy turned around and flashed a big smile. "That sounds like fun. I'll stay for a while. By the way, I'm Pedro. What is your name? I'm so very glad that I now came. I don't have any friends where we are. It's just Ma, Pa and me, and we live so far. Away from our old home in the city, with the bright lights and cars, it is so pretty." "My name is Pepe. I'm so sorry to hear that you have no one to play with here. But why did you leave the big bright city with the cars and the lights that are so pretty?" Pedro looked away, his face sincere. "I help my pa. It is why I'm here. He is a busy farmer that tends to the land. It's why I'm here, to lend a helping hand. He needs me every single day, so I miss out on school and play. But I love my pa, and he needs me here. That's why we moved to Craggy Pier." Pepe was sad to hear the news. Pedro clearly had the blues. He knew how to make Pedro's loneliness end. Pepe would ask him to be his friend. "I know we just met, but what do you say to meeting tomorrow at 5 to play? We can be friends, just you and me right here together by the big blue sea." Pedro smiled and shook his hand. A new friendship had begun on the sand. It was a long day, but it had a perfect end, with Pepe making a kind new friend.